Good morning, people of Earth. Welcome to the fucking news with me, Deke Jackson. The planet's fucked. It's your fault. It's getting worse. And today is as good as it's gonna get. Welcome to the fucking news. This morning's newspaper was really fucking boring. Apparently there's an election in America. Two doddering old rich white men are vying to become the person who lies to the American people. I have no interest in it myself personally, neither wishing to be lied to, nor do I live in America. The other news that's going around planet Earth is apparently we are facing an existential threat, perhaps to our very existence, or at least to the lifespan of your granny. And for this reason, all of your liberties and freedoms have been taken away. The government has assumed a mantle of totalitarian fascist power, the like of which has never been seen. Hitler would be coming in his pants. Stalin's wet dream. Stalin didn't have the imagination to realize, Ole, good morning, this kind of draconian power base. Mao Zedong is castigating himself in the netherworld for not dreaming up this shit. Thank you, one, two, super stewie. Things are so dangerous. Oh my God. This pandemic is so dangerous. Let me just tell you how dangerous this pandemic is. All right? Because I had to look it up. Okay. The world's population, save the Queen, indeed, will be coming to the Queen. Not coming on the Queen or in the Queen, just coming to the Queen shortly. But first of all, let's deal with the risk, the danger. Oh my God, it's so dangerous. Do you know how dangerous the coronavirus is to humanity? Have you heard? The current world population is 7,821,792,180, 185, 190, 195, 200. The world's current population births this year 116 million births this year. Births today 180,520, 530, 540. Deaths this year 48,737,525, 27, 28. Deaths today 77,073, 75. Net population growth. This is the biggie. This is what we should all be worried about for all of those who are fans of humanity. And I know I just can't get enough of humans. I really can't. There just can't be enough humans for me. There really cannot. Net population growth this year, 67,352,937, 30, 40, 50. So net population growth today. Now that's so far since midnight GMT, okay? That's the amount of new humans on planet Earth so far today. 106,615. And now I can tell you from having looked at worldometers on a regular basis, that's likely to hit 250,000. That's 250,000 new humans, 250,000 new humans every day. Let's go over those figures again because they may seem somewhat baffling at first. So net population growth this year, estimated on the current birth and death rate, is likely to be around the 68 million mark. 68 brand new humans, washing machines all round, 4K televisions for the forthcoming Olympics in Japan, please. Yes, a scamdemic. As these figures reveal, so far the pandemic has killed just over 1 million people. That's hardly going to put a dent in the 67 million new humans who are arriving on planet Earth. What are we worried about? Come on, everybody, let's have a beer, go down the town and snog a woman you just met outside the kebab shop. Really, what the fuck is the problem? That's a good question, isn't it? What is the problem? And perhaps to find the problem, we would have to look at a little historical contexts. So let's look at the history of vaccine and what drives vaccination programs, who pays for them, and why. And I'm getting a little low battery on my eye into the world. Okay. So, as far as historians can figure from looking at their dusty manuscripts, a lot of people tell you that the first vaccination, in fact, the word vaccination comes from the French word for cow, because cowpox was used to inoculate people against smallpox in the 1700s in Britain. However, the Chinese, 1,000 years ago, were doing something very similar. And the reason that they were doing that was because the emperor didn't want to die of smallpox. That's right. The emperor funded and, as a patron and, an investor, as a person with a vested interest in Fu Lin, the Shinzhuan emperor in China, gave a great deal of money and assistance to medics, doctors who were involved in the practice of variolation, I believe it was called. And what that involved is giving some pus from a cowpox to people in order to inoculate them against smallpox. And this was used successfully on the Chinese royal family because they don't want to die and they don't want you filthy niggers to kill them. Which brings us to the discovery in Europe in the 1700s of a way of inoculating and immunizing people against smallpox on a large scale, which is exactly what happened within 10 years of Mr. I must get the man's name, Jenner. Within 10 years of Jenner, I believe he was what's called a cleric. He was a religious person in the employ of the church who had lots of spare time on his hands because basically vicars, priests and the like don't do fuck all but leech off you. So he had plenty of time on his hands. And within 10 years, he had been given so much money to help develop a widespread way of inoculating the masses that he was an incredibly rich and famous man. So, why do that? Why do that? Because surely the queens and kings of England have no interest in the health of the peasants. They really don't. Honestly, they don't. They don't give a fuck about us. And their only interest is in themselves, which is why Mr. Jenner was encouraged, funded, and received a great deal of royal patronage to make his inoculation techniques mass producible on a mass scale. And shortly thereafter, we have Louis Pasteur discovering what was not a vaccine for rabies, but was in fact an antibody, an antigen, an antidote. It's given post your rabies bite. It doesn't actually, you can't get immune to rabies. You only get Louis Pasteur's vaccination after you've been bitten by a rabid dog. This changed the definition from inoculation, inherent immunity residing in the person who has received a vaccine, to a kind of a cure, or a way of controlling the disease post contraction or infection. And now then we enter the modern world, somewhere around the 1800s, 1850, 1870. Chemists had isolated, good morning, Alan. Chemists and biologists had managed to isolate a number of pathogens. Tinfoil Hatter, I missed your question, and it's quite difficult to keep a train of thought here and respond to questions and or comments on the screen. So let me just continue. I'm on a roll here. So once a whole range of pathogens were identified, wealthy people, the elite, the few wealthy people who own and control everything, including your life, started to think, yeah, I don't want to die because some filthy nigger gives me polio, typhoid, whatever, smallpox, chickenpox, measles, mumps, rubella. None of the rich want their children or themselves to suffer any of these diseases. And that's why mass vaccination programs appeared around the turn of the 20th century, 19th to 20th century, in Europe and America. Mass vaccination mandated, compulsory by the government on the people. Not to save them or to stop the population falling into disrepair, because as we can see from World of Meters, actually on every continent on Earth, every continent, life expectancy and population are going up every day. So what's the fucking beef? Why don't we just let people die? Go on, please, let me die. Leave me the fuck alone. Keep your vaccine, keep your program of fascist lying and tyranny over my life. Go on, fuck off, and why don't we put the Queen in her own little bubble? I know it would be awful if the Queen or Prince Philip died 6 months early, wouldn't it? And that, in essence, is what vaccination programs are about. They're not about saving you. You don't need saved. Honestly, we breed like fucking humans. Rabbits should be saying, wow, look, they're breeding like humans. We breed better than almost anything on this planet. We're fucking gung-ho. This is a shagathon. This is a shagathon. Look at us thunking out our little miracles, to paraphrase Bill Hicks. 250,000 a day. Woo, that's some production line. The screams of birth just mingling into one long note, one long continuous crescendo of wah! As hungry mouths and dumb fucking humans appear on planet Earth to gobble it up and shit it out, whilst the people who own and control everything look around them and go, do you know what? These filthy fucking peasant niggers could kill me with their filthy germs. We better make sure they're all nice and clean. I know it's more of a metaphor than an actual reality, but imagine that, if you like, the royal family and the elite of planet Earth were planning to fuck you. No condom, right? They're planning to fuck you in every fucking hole you've got for your entire fucking life. They really are. They're going to ram, rim, throat fuck you every fucking way possible for your entire life. And they know they're going to do that, and they're looking at you thinking, gee, wouldn't want to catch anything while I'm fucking those nigger peasants. Better give them a vaccination. And that, in essence, is what the vaccination programs of Earth are all about. They are not for public health reasons. We, humanity, do not need any more public health than we already got. We're quite capable of overrunning and overpopulating this planet sans vaccination. We really are. That we're unstoppable. We're a plague. We are a fucking virus. The planet needs a vaccine against us. Which brings me to another thought I had. Imagine you wanted to get rid of some people. Just saying, all right? Shh. Just between you and me. Shh. Don't tell anyone, right? Imagine there really were too many people, right? And you wanted to get rid of lots of them. Well, this virus ain't gonna do it. Honestly, you'd be better releasing smallpox from the cage you've got it in Stanford, because this virus is not going to do it. This is a mild virus. Its infection and or its case to mortality and infection to mortality rates are too low to do the job. Surely something else is afoot, surely something else is afoot. Because if you wanted to get rid of some people, this isn't it. And other questions arising from that are, what would do it? Well, large-scale ineptness would do it. Maybe they released the wrong virus. I've said this a couple of times now. I feel that you can never discount stupidity and ineptness, even in the so-called elite. When we use the word elite, I don't think we're really describing someone like, like the fucking... We're not talking about James Bond, a ninja of some kind. This is not the fucking... this is not the Bourne supremacy. We're not talking about the elite as if they've got some sort of magical moves. That they can backflip 3 times out a window and land on the getaway car. No, we're talking about very rich and powerful people. That's not really elite, but we use the word, advisedly to sort of name them. So what if they're actually really fucking stupid and inept, and this is just something that they've done that's gone wrong? And some other possibilities as well. I don't really have a favorite. I like a good story, but the logic, let's say, of the vaccine. And the reason I'm doing this story today is because the front page of my newspaper today says, scientists are hoping for a corona vaccine by Christmas. Oh, jingle bells, jingle bells. Why? There's never been a large-scale successful vaccine against any coronavirus whatsoever at all. This one won't be. The very best they're looking at is maybe a 30% mitigation. They can't even say it will make you immune. It may only give you such antibody stimulus that you actually survive it rather than don't ever get it. And so why bother? Why bother hoping for a vaccine? Why bother with the mass distribution? And my favourite story is because the Queen doesn't want to catch it off our filthy nigger fucking breath. She doesn't want the peasants to infect her, or Beatrice, or Eugenie, or Prince Andrew while he's fucking another whore. The royal family are planning to get real up close and personal. The elite are planning to get real up close and personal with planet Earth and its population. And they don't want to catch anything from us while they're doing it. And they like to go bareback, They don't want, to be wearing any of the protections or practicing safe sex while they fuck us forever and ever and ever. So, the history of vaccination is a history of protecting those people who are so rich and powerful they want to go on living forever. It's not the history of saving humanity from dwindling to nothing and disappearing from the face of the earth, because there's no danger of that anytime soon. So, if you're planning to breed, good luck to you. I don't imagine you need actually any good luck wishes. It's probably one of the easiest things a human will do. Oh, there goes some sperm. Pop, out comes another eater. So the population of planet Earth, the human population of planet Earth, is not in any danger from this virus, nor, I suspect, from a vaccine. Those people out there, conspiracy theorists who think that we're going to be killed by the vaccine, I wish, fucking hell, man. There are nearly 8 billion people on this planet. Within 10 years, there'll be more plastic in the ocean than fish. Really, there will. Literally. More tonnage of plastic in the world's oceans than actual fish. Is that a planet you want to live on? No, me neither. So stop fucking breeding. And, really, while we try and figure out the food air thing, okay? And, if Bill Gates could successfully wipe out 7 billion people, he would be one of the greatest humans that ever lived. I don't mean in a nice way. I just mean it would show a kind of efficacy and functional, he would be like, wow, what a guy, I don't think they're capable of killing us. But I tell you what I do think they will do. They will let us die. And by... that's ineptness. So often I'll tell people, the people who own and control everything, they don't want us anymore. And they're going to kill us by omission, intention, or ineptness. And ineptness is my favorite bet. It is my favorite bet. Because I don't believe these people are capable of getting anything fucking right. Except being fucked up, stupid clowns. Okay, well, whoo! Well, that was fun, wasn't it? I'm off to have a great day. I hope you are too. I'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.